Dubai. A city that seems to rise from the desert sands like a futuristic mirage. A skyline of impossible towers, man-made islands shaped like palm trees, and a constant parade of luxury cars. It's sold to the world as a dream destination, a playground for the rich, and a land of unparalleled opportunity. But what if I told you that beneath this glittering, gilded surface lies a very different reality? What if this paradise is for many a golden cage? We all see the appeal, right? Tax-free salaries, relentless ambition, and a reputation for being one of the safest cities in the world. It's a powerful promise, but this dazzling image comes with a hidden cost. A complex web of strict rules and harsh realities that are rarely part of the glossy travel brochure. Today we're pulling back the curtain to look at the side of Dubai that isn't on the postcards. To understand Dubai, you have to understand its legal system, which is a unique blend of modern civil law and traditional Islamic Sharia law. For Western visitors and expats, this can be a minefield. Simple acts that are normal back home can have serious consequences here. Public displays of affection, like kissing or even holding hands, are considered indecent acts and can lead to trouble. Living together as an unmarried couple? Now that's illegal. And while you can find alcohol in licensed hotels and clubs, being drunk in public is a serious offense that can land you in jail. The laws are especially strict when it comes to relationships. Any form of intimacy outside of marriage is a crime. This has led to some truly heartbreaking situations where tourists who have been victims of assault find themselves accused of a crime when they report it. The system can be unforgiving, and the fear of this victim blaming is very real. For the LGBTQ+ community, the situation is even more precarious. Homosexuality is illegal and can be met with severe penalties. This forces an entire community to live in the shadows, constantly afraid of being discovered. Then there's the issue of freedom of speech. Think twice before you post that complaint about a local company on Facebook or Twitter. The UAE has very strict cybercrime laws. Publicly insulting the country, its rulers, or even a corporation can lead to fines, imprisonment, and deportation. Journalists often self-censor to avoid crossing these invisible lines, meaning you're often getting a very filtered version of the news. For many expats, this creates a climate of fear, where you're always looking over your shoulder, knowing one wrong step could mean losing everything. Now let's talk about the people who physically built this futuristic metropolis. The towering Burj Khalifa, the sprawling malls, the pristine beaches. None of it would exist without millions of migrant workers, primarily from South Asian countries like India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, and Nepal. They are the backbone of Dubai, yet they are often its most invisible and vulnerable population. For years, many were governed by the kafala system, a sponsorship program that tied a worker directly to their employer. While reforms have been made, the legacy of this system lingers. It created a massive power imbalance, making it incredibly difficult for workers to switch jobs or even leave the country without their employer's permission. The stories from these workers are often harrowing. It's common for employers to confiscate passports upon arrival, effectively trapping them. Many are promised a certain salary, only to find it's much lower once they're there, a practice known as wage theft. They often arrive already in debt, having taken out huge loans to pay recruitment fees, a cycle known as debt bondage that's nearly impossible to escape. And where do they live? Not in the glamorous high-rises. Most are housed in crowded labor camps, far from the city's sparkle, sharing small rooms with multiple other men. They work grueling hours in the extreme desert heat, often with inadequate protection or breaks, all while facing the constant threat of deportation if they complain or try to organize. They are the silent engines of a city that rarely acknowledges their existence, let alone their struggle. This brings us to the grand facade of Dubai. The city is a master of image curation. The entire tourist experience is meticulously designed to showcase opulence and perfection, while conveniently hiding the less savory aspects. The spotless streets you walk on, they're kept clean by that same invisible workforce, toiling through the night. Even for well-paid Western expats, life can feel like a prisoner's dilemma. You enjoy the high salary and the luxurious lifestyle, but you live with the constant low-level anxiety that any minor infraction, a bounced check, a public argument, a misjudged social media post, could get you deported with your bank accounts frozen and your life turned upside down in an instant. This encourages a culture of conformity and self-censorship. You don't rock the boat, and we can't ignore the environmental cost. Building a city of this scale in the middle of a desert requires an astronomical amount of energy. The desalination plants that provide fresh water, the constant air conditioning, the creation of artificial islands. It all takes a massive toll on the environment. It's another harsh reality hidden behind the glittering facade. So, is Dubai a dream or a dystopia? The truth is, it's complicated. It's a city of stark contrasts. For some, it is genuinely a land of opportunity, offering a life they could never have dreamed of elsewhere. But that opportunity often comes at a price, a surrender of certain personal freedoms, and a willingness to ignore the uncomfortable truths that lie just beneath the surface. It is, in essence, a golden cage. The bars are gilded, the interior is luxurious, but it's a cage nonetheless. It's crucial for us, as travelers and global citizens, to look beyond the influencer photos and the glossy advertisements to understand the full picture. Thank you so much for watching. I'm really curious to hear your perspective on this. Have you been to Dubai? What was your experience like? Let me know in the comments below. And if you found this video insightful, please give it a like and subscribe for more deep dives into the world we live in. See you next time.